Mr. Goodman is one of the most fascinating characters in the SML universe, largely because he embodies a mix of extreme greed, power, and occasional glimpses of vulnerability. Let's explore what makes him evil, the reasons behind his actions, and whether there's more to him than meets the eye. At his core, Mr. Goodman is defined by his obsession with wealth. He proudly declares that he's extremely rich, and his entire personality revolves around money. To him, money isn't just a tool or a resource, it's his identity and the foundation of his worldview. He treats people like Marvin, Chives, and even his own sons as if they are beneath him, often threatening them with bizarre and cruel punishments when they displease him. These actions show a disturbing lack of empathy, but they also highlight how Goodman sees people as assets or liabilities in his personal economy. Why does he behave this way? One theory points to his childhood. He was born as one of the 12 illegitimate children of a ruthless billionaire. Mr. Goodman was the youngest and seemingly the least favored. His father, Frank Goodman, was abusive and looked down on him, which may have planted the seeds of his ruthless personality. Forced to fend for himself after being kicked out of his father's mansion, Goodman likely developed a survivalist mindset. Money became the ultimate form of security and control. This harsh upbringing might explain his need to dominate others and his refusal to show weakness. His time as a cop also offers some clues. Before becoming a billionaire, Mr. Goodman served as a police officer and eventually as the police chief. These years might have exposed him to some of the worst aspects of human behavior, hardening him further. While he was initially a force of justice, his experiences may have left him jaded, and his eventual rise to power corrupted him. As he transitioned into a wealthy CEO and crime boss, his morality seemed to shift entirely. Crime became acceptable as long as it served him. Goodman's treatment of others reflects his belief in a kind of social hierarchy based on wealth. He often mocks people for being poor, equating their lack of money with a lack of value as human beings. His disdain for Marvin in particular is relentless. Despite Marvin's clear struggles, Goodman continuously extorts him for house payments, often threatening him with ridiculous and grotesque punishments. To Goodman, Marvin's financial struggles make him undeserving of respect or compassion. Yet for all his cruelty, there are moments when Mr. Goodman shows hints of humanity. For example, in Precious's biggest fan, he struggles to hold back tears while reporting on Precious's death, revealing a sentimental side. Similarly, in President Marvin, he helps fund Marvin's campaign, showing he can be supportive when it serves his interests. These moments suggest that the kind, helpful man he once was may still exist, buried deep beneath his obsession with wealth and money. Could Goodman's evil actions be a result of deeper insecurities? Perhaps his greed is a way of compensating for the rejection and abuse he faced as a child. His obsessive hoarding of money and his ruthless behavior towards others might stem from a fear of losing control or being seen as weak. Even his physical reactions, like the pain he experiences when doing something kind, indicate a man who is deeply conflicted. He knows his actions are wrong, but feels trapped in the persona he's built. There's also the possibility that Goodman isn't entirely evil. He's clearly self-aware, as shown by his attempts to win a get-out-of-hell pass. This awareness hints that he understands the consequences of his actions and, on some level, wants redemption. However, rather than change his behavior, he continues his schemes, likely because he views kindness and fairness as risks that could jeopardize his power and wealth. So, is Mr. Goodman truly evil? The answer isn't straightforward. He's undeniably cruel, greedy, and selfish, but these traits seem to stem from his past and his worldview. He treats others poorly because he sees them as inferior, largely due to their lack of money, but his actions also reflect a deep fear of vulnerability and loss. While his softer moments suggest he's capable of change, he chooses not to change, preferring to maintain his dominance and wealth. In the end, Mr. Goodman is a product of his circumstances and choices. His actions are harmful and often outrageous, but they're rooted in a complex mix of trauma, insecurity, and greed. Whether he's a villain true and through or simply a broken man clinging to power is up to the viewer to decide. Follow me if you want to watch more funny videos like this one.